They came in peace. That is how it always starts. A message, a ship, a smile. Diplomacy cloaked in superiority. The sky split open above our cities, not with fire but with light, soft and gold like dawn. But dawn for whom? We froze, not because we feared them, but because we had seen this before in our stories, in our warnings, in our bones. And yet, they offered unity, offered gifts, offered peace, and a single demand: obedience. In their report, they wrote, "Humans are a paradox. They mourn as they fight. They laugh as they bleed." We didn't just fight back, we danced through it. They called us violent, but we were simply unwilling to kneel. They had studied our bodies, but had not prepared for our soul. Our resistance wasn't planned. It was a reflex. A heartbeat shared across 7 billion bodies. Artists painted rebellion on every wall they could find, in colors that confused alien optics. A child hacked their drone using a refrigerator magnet and an old laptop. They tried to block our minds. We opened them wider. When they shut down our internet, we turned forests into data hubs. They underestimated our chaos, believing order was the apex of civilization. Their translators failed first, overloaded by slang, sarcasm, and satire. Our resistance wasn't planned, it was spontaneous combustion. Grandmothers rewired alien drones to water their gardens. Teenagers used old arcade machines to jam their signals. They brought logic. We answered with rhythm. One village tricked a scout ship into thinking it was a god. We weaponized absurdity, memes, noise, and music the Zeleri couldn't process. An old poet broadcast human history on a hacked signal until their ship went silent. They tried to make us kneel. We taught them to run. Every act of suppression was met with greater defiance, like a flame given oxygen. They brought order and fear. We replied with madness and courage. Our spirit spread like wildfire through classrooms, prisons, markets, and ruins. They cut our supplies. We traded seeds and song. They blocked our satellites. We used kites. They brought AI. We brought unpredictability. They had lasers. We had love. They had consensus. We had resistance. The more they tried to contain us, the more we spilled through the cracks, wild, raw, and free. A blind musician built a sound cannon using only instinct and broken alien parts. Children played with fallen drone wreckage like toys, unintimidated. A boy in Senegal made a generator from alien batteries and bicycle chains. A girl in Tokyo programmed their bot to dance instead of patrol. They called us fragile. We were unbreakable. They called us irrational. We were revolutionary. They called us disorganized. We were alive. In bunkers and basements, students turned alien blueprints into wild, unpredictable machines. We made art, not war. But when war came, we painted it too. One grandmother reprogrammed their medbots to deliver soup instead of sedatives. One old man in Siberia built a telescope and found their mothership's weak spot. The rebellion wore no uniform. It spoke every language. It had no face, because it had every face. A child's laughter was more frightening to them than a missile launch. They came to tame us, but we were the storm. They tried to slow our thinking, but our minds raced faster than ever. Their systems failed to predict us. Their AI looped endlessly, trying to understand why we fought, how we fought. The truth is, we didn't always know. We fought because we were human, because we could, because freedom wasn't just a word, it was our pulse. Dr. Aria Raymond, the scientist who warned them, became the voice of the earth. Her speeches were smuggled on flash drives, tattooed on arms, shouted from rooftops. She reminded us what it meant to be untamed. In a field hospital, a nurse used alien technology to restart a child's heart, then turned and launched a cyber attack from the same device. Resistance wasn't separate from life. It was life. A girl wrote poems that crashed their data grids. A baker in Rome used alien flour to bake bread that caused biochemical confusion. A man in the Philippines sang until a drone fell from the sky. They didn't understand that the human spirit doesn't operate on probability. It doesn't need logic. It needs hope. And hope, when lit, burns like a star. They saw us lose cities, and still we smiled. They saw us mourn, and then rise. Every loss we turned into fuel. Every scar into signal. They thought they could control us. Instead, they infected themselves with something they couldn't cure. We didn't just fight them with weapons. We fought them with stories, dreams, jokes, dance, and chaos. And when they prepared their final weapon, a wormhole bomb to vaporize our moon, we hijacked it. We turned it around. It destroyed their fleet instead. 4 capital ships gone in a flash. Silence fell. But Earth wasn't silent. It sang. Veltan, their last scholar on Earth, documented the aftermath from exile. His final entry read, "Do not come to Earth expecting obedience. Do not expect surrender. Expect something ancient and wild, like a firestorm, in a forest you thought was empty." We did not win because we were stronger. We won because we were stranger. We burned through their predictions like fire through paper. They came in peace. But we answered with madness. And madness was enough.